In today's episode of The Story of Animals, we're stepping into a world of epic journeys where survival hangs by a thread. Picture this: millions of creatures on the move, hoofbeats thundering across savannas, wings slicing through the sky, and fins cutting through endless oceans. It's a high-stakes adventure filled with danger, determination, and the ultimate race against time. Forget road trips. This is nature's greatest road trip, and it comes with predators, peril, and breathtaking perseverance. Welcome to the Great Migration of Animals. Every year, across continents, millions of animals pack their metaphorical suitcases and set off on long, exhausting journeys. Why? Well, not because they want to sightsee or collect passport stamps. They're on a quest for survival, chasing food, water, safer breeding grounds, or just trying to avoid becoming someone else's lunch. Migration is nature's version of moving house, except there are no moving trucks. Just legs, wings, and sometimes even fins. One of the most famous migrations on Earth, the wildebeest migration in Africa. Imagine over 1.5 million wildebeests, joined by zebras and gazelles, marching in unison across the Serengeti and Masai Mara. But it's not just a peaceful walk in the park. Nope. Every step could mean danger. Hungry lions lurk in the tall grass like that one person at the buffet who's eyeing the last slice of pizza. Crocodiles wait in rivers, ready for a surprise attack. And yet, the wildebeests go, because survival and fresh grass are worth the risk. Now, let's take flight. Birds are the original frequent flyers. Some species travel thousands of miles, guided not by GPS, but by instincts sharper than your friend, who somehow always knows where the snacks are at a party. Take the Arctic tern, for example. These little feathered overachievers migrate from the Arctic to Antarctica and back again, covering up to 44,000 miles a year. That's like circling Earth almost twice. They basically win the award for most extreme commuter. Imagine if you had to walk that far just to get lunch. And then there are geese, flying in those famous V formations. It's not just for style points. It saves energy. The lead goose takes on the hardest work, while the rest draft behind, kind of like cyclists in the Tour de France. Eventually, they switch leaders so no one burns out. Teamwork makes the dream work. Of course, migration isn't limited to land and sky. Beneath the waves, animals are also on the move. Humpback whales, for example, migrate thousands of miles from feeding grounds in cold polar waters to warmer tropical seas where they breed and give birth. Picture it as the ultimate vacation plan. Work up north, babies down south. And then there are salmon, who might just have the most hardcore migration of them all. Born in freshwater rivers, they swim out to the ocean to grow up. But when it's time to reproduce, they head back upstream, leaping over waterfalls, dodging bears, and basically competing in the fish Olympics to lay their eggs where it all began. Their determination is legendary, though it often comes at the cost of their lives. Talk about dedication to family. Now you might wonder, how do animals even know where to go? They don't have Google Maps, right? Scientists say many rely on the Earth's magnetic field, celestial cues like the stars or even scents carried in the wind. It's like nature installed a built-in GPS long before humans figured it out. Migration also shows just how interconnected ecosystems are. If birds arrive late to their breeding grounds because of climate shifts, it throws off the whole rhythm of food availability. In other words, migration isn't just about moving animals, it's about balance in nature. You might think, cool story, animals, but what does this have to do with me? Well, A lot, actually. Migratory animals keep ecosystems healthy. They spread seeds, control pests, and even fertilize the earth. Without them, the food chain could collapse faster than your phone battery at 1%. And let's be real, the Great Migration is one of the most jaw-dropping spectacles on Earth. It reminds us of the resilience, adaptability, and sheer willpower of life itself. From wildebeests braving crocodile-infested rivers, to birds flying across the globe, to school of fishes battling upstream against impossible odds, migration is nature's way of showing us that survival sometimes means moving, enduring, and pushing boundaries. And maybe, just maybe, we humans could take a page out of their book, though hopefully without the crocodiles. This has been the Great Migration of Animals. Now it's time to see how much you've learned from today's episode. We've got 3 fun trivia questions coming up. Ready? Let's start. Question 1. What animal travels the farthest distance during migration? A. Wildebeest. B. Arctic tern. C. Humpback whale. D. Monarch butterfly. The correct answer is B. Arctic tern. These birds travel up to 44,000 miles each year, making them the ultimate long-distance champions of the animal kingdom. Let's try another question. Why do geese fly in a V formation? A. To look more intimidating to predators. B. To follow the leader who knows the way. C. To save energy and share the workload. Or D. To confuse human observers. The correct answer is C. To save energy and share the workload. Flying in a V allows geese to draft off one another, conserving energy while traveling long distances. Let's move on to the last question for this episode. Question 3. What makes salmon migrations particularly challenging? A. They must swim through salt water and fresh water. B. They face predators like bears and birds. C. They leap waterfalls and rapids. Or D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Salmon migrations are intense. They shift between saltwater and freshwater, battle predators, and push through raging rivers to reproduce. Great job if you got all 3 questions correct. If you missed any, don't worry. You've just learned some amazing facts about one of nature's greatest spectacles. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other binge-able channels. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.